Hello, I was trying to get the date of HHL. Hello, guys. It is Wednesday, March 9th. I'm hoping everybody, yep, looks like volume's up. Nothing's muted. As most of you know, I have a little pattern of going live and muting myself. Happy March, everybody. It has been a little bit of a crazy. Oh, Jess. And hello, Corin. I miss you and I love you and I miss Ameren. And I love Ameren. It's been a little bit of a crazy week. It's been a crazy month. We just started. It's been a crazy year. It's a little different. And I love how little by little people are coming up to me going, huh, I kind of understand what you were saying about that year of war thing, about how each of us have a little tiny battle going on inside. And that battle has been going on within us for a very long time. And when you combine billions and billions of people, two Jesses, look at that. That's pretty cool. I love that. Uh, two Jesses that should know each other, divine order. Uh, it is important that we realize when you have billions and billions of humans, more people on this planet than ever before. Think of that. I always say it's Club Med for the soul. When you have this many people on this planet, and so many of us are at war within ourselves, could you imagine the amount of conflict and chaos that is outside of us combined? So, this war overseas for most of us, some of us not, it's in our backyard. This war in Ukraine is a symptom of the internal imbalance that a lot of us have been pulling and carrying and playing with for so long. So here we are at this week, during this week of messages. Every week, Spirit has a different message. And this week, yes, there was a lot of traveling from the Pawtographs event, which I want to share with you. If you guys hang in at the end of this week's message, I'm going to share with you the live recording of myself and spiritual medium Deb DeRusse doing a live gallery for everybody in Michigan. So if you get through this weekly with me, I have a little treat for you. But this year of war, when we go within and we face that space with truth and we allow that inner peace, that is ours. You will find that this year is a year of truth and clarity, and that's pretty powerful. So, with this week, during this year of war, that really is just a year of truth and clarity. Spirit started the energy by saying, I want to bring you to your awareness, and then I want you to stay put. Where do you think you're going? Stay put. Most of us don't like it. Most of us intuitively, subconsciously, subliminally fight change, right? Because of fear, innocent. However, when change is happening, then we are incredibly impatient that it's not happening enough and we're uncomfortable. It's not happening fast enough. And Spirit says, excuse me, divine order, we're removing timing. Why? I said, Spirit, why are we removing divine timing? Spirit says, because it didn't work for most of you. Divine timing felt like extra pressure. So let's use divine order this year of war, this year of truth, this year of clarity, divine order. Breathe that in. Everything is unfolding in divine order. Where are we? Where are we? Sometimes the lesson is to stay put. Stay put. Do you understand that we are changing and transforming at such an accelerated rate? And yet we are continuing to go forth as if it's still 1983. Time out, divine order in. Time out, divine order in. Be where you are this week. Stay put. Notice, have compassion for the parts of you that want to run, the parts of you that realize, oh, I am ADD, ADHD. I don't do well with staying put. And Spirit says, well, what was the diagnosis in the year 1496? Wasn't ADD or ADHD. We are sensitive to energy, and the energy externally has also accelerated. We have to be gentle and compassionate with the self that is sensitive. So many of my empaths, my clairsentients are out there all over the globe like little tiny thermometers. And this energy is bonkers. It is crazy. Breathe. Something that came up in a reading earlier, and I will so thank, and she would be very happy, thanking Stephanie's guides. She knows who she is. But her guide said, are you putting this, how did they word it? Because I wrote it down. It was pretty fabulous. Is this going to be an anchor or an engine where you are placing your focus, your energy? Is it an anchor or is it an engine? Anchoring in this energy right now is probably not smart because it's changing so quickly. Anchoring in the self that creates an experience that is an engine. It's transformative. And a lot of us say, but right now sucks. It does. Spirit will use words that feel accurate. Sucks right now feels very accurate. So many of us that had the overall view, it's foggy. So many of us that actually have the overall view right now that are stepping up and realizing, oh, this is what I've been training for. It's scary. There's a big changing of the guards happening right now. But this is why billions of us came. Billions, billions. Club Med for the soul. And guys, we've got the cutest little blonde head on here named Corin. And when I tell you that God, higher power, spirit, universe, source, Allah, Yahshua, it does not matter what your higher self, higher purpose, higher alignment is. When I say that that is present on this earth now more than ever, to stand firm in the faith that you say you do have, whatever that is you believe. Own it, stand in it firmly. This little guy here is like this old man pastor at heart. He channels. I've watched him grow up doing it. And every time I watch generations younger than me show up with more courage, more confidence than me, I have such reassurance because I'm sandwiched between brilliance, right? We've got all, it is scary, but change is needed. Baby cakes, the cutest stone twisted jewelry. She really is cute and she makes great jewelry. But scary, but change is needed. Change is all that we are. From the moment you became more than just a sperm and an egg, hopefully, Jess, you can fill that in for Corin. Um, but from the moment we became physically focused and continued to grow Change was required for us to evolve. And that was said at 11 minutes and 1 second into this video. Divine order. Change is scary only because we're aware now. We're aware. It's like, oh my God, can't slow it down. Well, Spirit says, then show up. We can't slow it down, then show up. And Spirit says, but remember, faith implies fear is no longer needed here. Be in this moment. And faith, yes, it is scary, but then Spirit said, this week, stay put, stay put. What if part of the magic was being able to experience the change, slow motion within as it was happening? If we can't stay put, how do we receive? Maybe this boring period or this frustrating period. So many of us are in a holding zone right now, despite our, creative endeavors or our divine desires. Spirit says, stay put. Sometimes there are going to be moments where I force you to stay put so you could be loved. What if the change is within you going from fear to love? And it requires your participation, your awareness. Change is scary, but we're all here together. There's a lot of us on here tonight. It's going on all different little areas here. So it's like bing, bing, bing. Check that out. I love it. Divine order. All right, guys. So this week, stay put, stay put. I'm going to go into an extended message at the Patreon website, patreon.com/April Roane. I wanted to share with you something very exciting. I know some of you watch the little adventures I do, and God bless Spirit put Braxton and I on the world's tiniest plane that went over the Great Lakes for about an hour and a half, both ways, and talk about trusting that which you cannot see. But nonetheless, every moment was worth it because working with and for Pawtographs for Pooches, we raised $11,000, 700, $11,759 for that event alone, which puts the total for Tim and Murray, hashtag Murray's legacy, in 8 years at a total of $85,000. Now, here we go again, $85,455. That's a lot of faith because if you ever heard his story, he started by only making $10 in his first event. And he travels to different locations and they raise money for local shelters that are in need, animal shelters. And there are lots of different populations that need help, and not all of them have voices. So, not only are there adults and children, but there's animals right now, And then Spirit said today in one of the readings, think about all the spiritual refugees that are coming out of all of this. Ooh, spiritual refugees. War flips faith. War flips faith. Flipping faith. Flipping faith. War flips faith. Please join Tim if you cannot make it locally. It's in Illinois, April 23rd, 2022, for Murray's birthday celebration. It's going to be at the Ashmore Estates, which is a very active, very haunted location. And we are manifesting that this event pushes that total over the $100,000 goal. So go to pawtographsforpooches.com. I want to thank you for being a part of this crazy journey. Please go back and look at some of my live videos. I will be posting some extras because some of that plane footage was just freaky. It's like, I always tell you guys, I'll go with you where we've never been before. That means if I do, you do too, but we're doing it together. All right, guys, stay put. I'm going to show you some real footage of me working and holding space for spirit in a live gallery at this past weekend's Pawtographs for Pooches Parafest 3. I want to thank Tim Miley and I want to thank Murray for divinely going where no man has been before, and for holding space to evolve not only humanity, but all animals of animal kind. It's a pretty beautiful experience when you get involved in it. Who you're about to watch is the most amazing Deb DeRoos. Deb is a spiritual medium, an author. She is a radio host. She puts together with the cutest husband of hers the oh my goodness. It's a UFO contact event in Houghton Lake, Michigan. And she's doing this really beautiful retreat. So pay attention to the logo on the bottom because you'll get the information on where to find her. And I need to thank you guys. I know that you may not see me all the time here, but I feel you all the time. And I'm feeling a lot of my empaths right now with everything going on in the world. And I need you to know that it does not behoove me to lie to you. So, in all of my authenticity, we are going to be okay. In the darkest of places, we must have faith that the truth is always light. And in light, there is no fear that is needed. There is love and there's compassion. So let's get on that love and compassion bandwagon. And to bring that into love and compassion, I want to introduce you to the beautiful Deb DeRose. This is at last weekend's Photographs for Pooches Parafest, and we were blessed to hold space for the entire crowd. Here we go.
You're like, oh my gosh, or you lose someone. You lose someone, and then you're like, oh my gosh. So that's a great segue into today. How do you want to do it? You want to start?
Well, April and I have worked together just last year.
Yeah.
And it's great because we both work with Spirit and Spirit will push. And right now I have been getting like a lot of head pain over in this area. So I have somebody that passed from head trauma of some sort. Does anybody have somebody over here who passed from head trauma? Does that mean you do? Okay. Is this a male? Becky. Your dad? Okay. And then I got a big old rush. Okay. So we have two people. No. Okay. Okay. But I'm feeling this overwhelming love. Okay. And he's here. So it's male with head trauma, just wanting to love. Just really feeling, I need you to know that I love you, and I need you to know that I'm here. Don't doubt. Don't doubt. Okay. Are you okay with that? Okay. All right.
Do you mind? Can I jump in?
You can, absolutely.
I just
don't ask.
I stopped to go to see where I'm called, and it's like, Denise, I've got a grandmother on mother's side. It feels like above mom. That's like, over here. And then I've got your son coming up. And he's like, and I go, we've done this before, let other people have a chance. And he says, no, my dad needs to know that I'm still here. You don't ever, he's never gonna heal from that. So just know, and then he goes, you're slacking.
He knows I'm retiring soon.
Woo, good.
Good for you.
Congratulations. And Denise, it feels an older female on mom's side, and very pushy, but love, pushy because of love, like that justifies it. But this is also going to say, some of us want to bash the things we learn in family that hurts us. Like sometimes we love too much, and that's horrible, and it's not fair, and why do I have to get it from that side of the family? But it feels like she's saying you need to embrace that. Please embrace that. Like, we might have screwed up in so many places, but this is where you're doing right, which means on the show, you might have to, I don't want you to be like, yeah, I'm the new second medium, I'm on air. Well, you could, but you're gonna realize certain things you're feeling and saying is very intuitive. Don't downplay it. Clearly she's like, you're the best part of the family, run. You can represent, go. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm being pulled by a dad. And Spirit does that to me. Sometimes I can't talk, but it's right this way. Tim, do you have a dad on the other side? Okay, he's here. Well, I'm getting all the dads today, and he's getting very emotional. Did he pass from the heart? Cancer? Okay. Just a lot of emotion. I'm getting a 4 from him. Do you know what the 4 is? Usually it's a date, a year, a number of children, something. Just keep that in your mind, the 4. He's gonna ask. Okay, is this your sister? Yeah. Okay, no wonder it was like zigzagging. And I'm thinking, who is this? Okay, it was zigzagging. So, both dads.
They divorced 10 years later, they remarried.
Oh,
I think their first anniversary was February 4th. I'm not sure.
okay. How many kids?
Just last 2 weeks.
Oh,
They adopted
okay. So that 4 doesn't fit. He's been around you a lot. Have you guys felt anything or sensed anything? Okay, stop ignoring him. Okay. He's saying that, you both kind of block. Don't do that. Know that he's there. And he's saying that you smell something. There's a smell with him that you will get. I don't know if you both. I'm not talking about that smell. It could be that smell. How do I know? It could be. But he's definitely around.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. I see April getting all
Oh my
antsy
God,
over
my
here.
hands start sweating, and I'm
I
just
know.
like, oh. All
I
right.
stuttered, she sweats. Mediums
So
are weird.
what I'm about to do is called transmediumship. Yay! I love bringing out the tricks for you guys. But I'm gonna hold space. God damn it, Michelle, this isn't easy for me. I don't like to speak in front of groups. I know that you always thought that I left you. I left you. I didn't even leave you physically, but I left you emotionally a lot. And I'm willing to stand. He doesn't agree with this field, understand that, because he calls all of you weirdos, and I mean no disrespect. But he says, I'm willing to stand, like in your clan, in front of your group, and to profess that she's my daughter, and I couldn't do that before, and I know that you are having a hard time understanding why I went the way I went. And he said, I had enough of the bullshit. I had enough of the bullshit. And he says, here I get to control the bullshit. It's my bullshit. But he says, I can't tell you enough how much I never left you. I'm right there with you. We just have to figure out how to get along. And I know Michelle, I'm friends with her. I never met her dad, so anytime I do this for like really close friends or family, it's hard, But to feel him nervous and willing to do this in front of people. He is shaved, he is clean, he's got white shorts on because he doesn't have to wear pants. And he's barefoot as he could be, and he's laughing because he's got some ugly toes. So, no offense, but he's just like, I'm proud. He's just like, he's not in so much distaste anymore. Like, no matter what, it's gotta be me. I'm not happy. It doesn't matter. I just can't be happy. It's just like he had a bad taste in his mouth for himself. It wasn't you. So, and he's got his teeth fixed on the other side. It's like he's going, he's an asshole, but he loves it. All right, so clearly, he's present. Okay.
Wow. I'm even feeling that emotion. That's very strong. Very strong. And sometimes, you know, when a medium connects with someone, we're empaths. So not only do we feel the emotion on this side, we feel the emotion on the other side. And that's what I was dealing with Tim's dad and even with Becky's dad. And it seems like dads are really doing their thing today. Really doing their thing today. But I have a grandmother here who's saying, and I'm just not clear who this is for, where it's at. I keep asking and I'm being scattered. I didn't understand, I didn't trust, I didn't know what you were going through, and I didn't approve. And I put you through hell. Does anybody, I don't know who this is. And it might have to, is anybody claiming this? A grandmother who didn't approve of what they were doing before they left? Might even be out there. Okay. All right. So did Grandma pass with a big gap between you?
She did, she said something that she disapproved of.
She disapproved of something in your life.
Yes.
Okay. She sees things differently now. She sees the whole picture. Okay? Does that make sense to you? She needs you to know, approve of you. Don't worry about what these people on earth think, because it didn't matter. She now knows that her disapproval caused pain, and it wasn't her life. It wasn't for her to approve or disapprove. Okay? So she loves you, and she understands now. Okay? Okay. Oh, I feel her moving.
I'm gonna hit a few.
Okay.
Do you mind doing like when you throw a rock and you skip? I'm gonna be like, boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Go.
Because people are like,
Spirit does that.
sometimes loved ones, guides come through. To me, spirit guides and loved ones and angel energy are separate, but they interact together for you. And it feels like there is a guide coming through, but it's also kind of funny because I feel like it's mom's side that's sneaking in as a guide. Mom's side, your mom's side, and it feels like older females sneaking in like a guide. And it's funny because, you know, I'm talking to you with the really cool pink hair, right? Okay, so it's like I'm looking at you, and I can't choose who comes in and where they're pinging. Just understand that. I would love to, but it's important that you understand. Sometimes we hold things deep inside just because we're sick of the shit, verbatim. And it's important that you understand that this is a period where dealing with and processing things with mom's side specifically, and it almost feels like sometimes we're so much like mom and it's the last thing we want to be. Okay? So it feels like she's saying, But understand that the two of you only know how to deal with life in the same way, and yet you're both pissed at each other. So please know that when Spirit comes through and says, could you please sprinkle, tinkle, get up and get off and go. This is where we remember we do have a support system. And they see what's coming for us. And it's their way of saying, listen, we gotta handle this. Because you got something coming with your name on it, and there's no landing pad. There's nowhere for it to go. And when we hold on to stuff expecting someone else to shift, they don't. They don't, and we get pissed. And then they pass, then they come back, and they're like, I'm sorry. So when you're in body and it comes up, Mom doesn't know how to agree with you and disagree with you. Okay? So I'm reading her. It's almost like, okay, I'll come through even though I'm in body. You know, this way I don't have to do the work. So it's important that you know she doesn't know how to communicate. It's like, okay, you're good, but if I tell she's right, she's right. Then she's gonna be this big, and then she's gonna take control. I almost feel like she feels like when she gets older, she's gonna lose control. You know, and it means saying stubborn. Being stubborn means staying in control. So it's really beautiful though, because you are a lot like Mom. And in a really weird way, Mom is a fighter. She's spicy, like the kind that gets kicked out of the bar kind, you know? So, the kind that would kick your ass and win. So, please know it's important that this relationship with you and your mom is present. You know, love shows up in lots of weird places, especially when we realize how to love someone we don't really want to. Okay, now I'm gonna get out of your magic.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. That's amazing.
I love that. I love that. You know, it's great when Spirit comes through, whether they're on this side or that side, it doesn't matter because of that consciousness. We're all connected anyways. But when, you know, I love to hear another medium have to say things that I go, oh, do I have to say that? But we have to. It
It's
has
like
to
a bad
come out.
guy.
Yeah, it has to come out.
It's like, why am I
have
going
another
into
one?
family drama?
Did you have another? know
Sorry,
you
I was
said
gonna
you were
bounce. Yes, so next to you, to your left, your husband that you brought this to, in lieu of your mom. Please know, it feels like Dad's energy is present. And then when Dad's energy is present, it feels like Dad's energy is present. And then you've got great-great-grandfather. And it almost gets to the point where it's almost annoying. Like, they're like, I'm reporting for duty, sir, and reporting for duty, sir. And you have to know there's a long line, verbatim, of really strong assholes. They are supporting you, sir. But they want you to know, as big as you are and as grown as you are, you're not too far. Never too far. So as much as you always have tried to act like a big boy, like I almost feel like they're showing even when you were little, like, I got it in your diapers. It feels like they're saying, it feels like Dad's energy is like you're never gonna be too old for me. Never gonna be too old for me. I don't care how big you get and how many crow lines. And he says it's important that you learn how to, it's important you know how to feel love and not negate it. You know, kind of let it in and say, I deserve that. I don't know how to take it, but I'm gonna hold it instead of, thank you, that's so nice. That's so big. Because they're like, he's pushing it away, and they're all like, yep, we did it, and then they did it, and their father's father did it. So, this is where you change. Let it soften you. They won't change you. They may make you blush a little bit, but that's how you stay inspired. That's how you stay creating, and that's how you stay really healthily making money. Okay? There you go.
Oh, you know, as a medium, I don't get to work with many mediums. It's just,
Right.
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool stuff. Now, I've been getting a little different. I was getting dads. I'm getting a daughter, a younger daughter. And who here can claim a daughter? If it's not here, maybe, Jamie, did you raise your hand? No. to come that way? Do you have a daughter on the other side? Okay. Young? Okay. All right. So,
I see her like 5 or 6.
okay. You need to know grandmother and goddess ancestors are guiding her. And I don't know if she's back here yet, because we can't always tell when that transition is going on, if they're here, but she's coming back, okay? And she's going to have big energy. Now, will she come back as male, female, whatever? Remember, gender doesn't matter, okay? But she will have that grandmother energy. And she's good. She's real good. Was this at birth?
No, I lost her during pregnancy.
Okay. Okay. So that's kind of what I meant is, she didn't. Okay.
Deb,
And it wasn't time. It was not time.
there's 2 daughters, so you're on point.
Oh, no. Those are always hard.
Yeah.
So, another daughter over here. And how can I ask how old she was? She was 20. Okay, so that was the little one. We did get the little one. So yours is 20, but very young in spirit. She's a younger soul. So when she was here, she's been gone for a while though, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so, but while she was here, she was eager to learn. She was a new soul. She was grasping at everything in life and wanting all of it. But she agreed before she came. She didn't want to be here long because she was kind of like testing the waters. And sometimes young souls will do that. She's taking some responsibility, and that doesn't necessarily mean suicide. It means that she's taking some responsibility for her crossing. Like maybe she knew something that she should have done. Is that making sense? Okay. She just wants you to know that now I'm taking responsibility. But being a young soul, she will be back. She will be back. And she's saying thank you. You're an old soul, a really, really, really old soul. You've like been around the block many times. I don't mean that in a bad way. She's been around the block, but you know your stuff, and you have a strong connection with her. So you communicate with her, and she doesn't always get it. You just need to know.
I've been reading her for 2 years, just
Really?
when it happened, right before it happened. So, and we don't share this stuff. Please know this is very
Right.
unethical. Like when you say, or it's karma, like it's karma. You can't do that. So this one doesn't know anything. So to know mom and to know her, and to hear how she's coming through her is really powerful. Because she literally traveled to Michigan with you. That's pretty great.
Now, you're the one that came in yesterday and said you were looking for her? Okay, yeah, you had a daughter with you then. But I was like in work mode at that time. But yeah, she is, she's definitely around. Yeah. She loves hanging out with you. She learns from you. So keep that communication going. She can hear you, but she doesn't always listen. And she does kind of flit from here to there. So she kind of reminds me of like a hummingbird. She'll be here sucking up all this good, sweet stuff. And then she's off. And then she's back. And then she's off. So, and I feel like that was kind of her life as well as, we keep our basic personality. So she was that way in life. She's still that way. She's not going to always pay attention. If it feels a little uncomfortable, she's going to go, find something else to do. But that communication or that bond between you two It's very, very strong. So keep it up. Bless you for being the mom that doesn't let go. You keep her alive. So bless you for that. Okay. 2 daughters. That's always, the kids are hard for me. They're hard for all of us. See you fidgeting.
It's almost like that's what a medium is. You know, they're high-vibing. We're not. And the medium kind of gets that vibe going up in the middle, meets in the middle. Ooh, okay. Wasn't gonna do, but I am. Yeah, anybody watch Superstore? Okay, anyway. So, mom energy.
Watch out.
She says, do you think I would actually miss the opportunity to come through? She doesn't care about the people. You are her baby. And she says, why does he have to be so much like his father? Why? This is like, I'm doing all the right things. I'm doing the right things on the other side and he's still not helping me. She's showing me 3, and it feels like she would be acknowledging 3 of hers. Whether she gave birth to 3, lost 1, there's 2. But it just feels like she wants to acknowledge 3. When they do that, that's a way they will validate their presence. And she says, you have got to stop hiding behind the heart you keep saying you have. Like, I'm a teddy bear, I have a big heart. She's like, and it's important that you let that world see that. That you literally step outside of that. And I feel there's a book there. It's important that you put your story down and you own it. We don't want to own stuff that's stained or tattered, but it's the fabrics that have made us. It's the fabrics that allowed our children to choose us. She's going into your children. And then she's like, okay, you want to talk about the minis, and then the minis are the minis. It feels like 2 with you, but it feels like 1 of the 2 is her mother's child. And it feels like no matter what you do with this child, it's like it feels like my boys were difficult, but this girl, it feels like this girl in this lifetime decided at the last minute she wanted to be a girl. Like, yo dad, I'm coming in, I'm gonna be a girl. So she is really figuring things out, and it's driving you and her mother nuts. But you have to understand that this woman is on top of her whole family, and this is what you don't get. You're like, oh, I know it, but she says, no, he doesn't. He's doubting everything. He's so afraid. And she says, please stop. I have it under control. I have it under control. And then she says, he doesn't trust me. He doesn't, because I didn't take my medicine on time. She says, but I'm mommy. I'm mommy. And she says, and I know when my baby needs me, and my baby needs me. So just know that she's there. Please don't necessarily watch your heart, but listen to your heart. And if you don't, understand, she will push through. She will get your attention elsewhere. I'm doing it nice. It's like when you have your kid and you're like, they have talent, get out there. I ain't doing it. You're gonna get your ass out there and you're gonna show the world. So just please know that's where she's at. She's validating the month of April, birthday, anniversary, and event. So just know that she wants to do that, and she's present. She's on top of things more than you realize. Okay? All right. I don't know where we're at with time because I think Deb and I would do this till 3 in the morning.
You got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, that's it. Well, I have to tell these 2 that Dad keeps coming through and telling me to tell you that you're his favorite. And he's literally doing that. So you're his favorite. I don't know what because he keeps, no, he's pointing, he keeps going back and forth.
They both have the cutest faces, do they
Don't
not?
they? Don't they?
Like, I just want to, kiss their faces. Okay. Be like, get her off of me. Do you want calls? I feel like I want to cram in
Okay,
5 minutes.
cram.
Ooh, that y'all are getting too
You're
close.
I think it's Doug getting too close.
To the, yeah, it did it to me a while ago too.
Mom energy. It feels like there's higher energy mom's side. So energy maternal will come through on your left, over your left at me. Paternal will come in over your right. And it feels like there is this woman, mom's side, standing right off to your left. And she's definitely not as talkative as the other ones. She's very much like, I was hoping you wouldn't see me. But she got all dressed. Her hair's done. Everything matches. And it feels like it's Walmart special. Like it's the best. She's like going on vacation, but she's standing there and she doesn't do public stuff well. But in all of your areas where you're constantly questioning, do I need this? Do I want that? Should I do it? Do I deserve it? That's gonna be the hardest thing because she taught you that the answer is no and no and no and no and no. And she says, you deserve it more than you've ever realized. Learn how to let yourself have it. She learned how to rub pennies together. She learned how to make certain things work. Didn't work very well all the time. The hardest thing was you read her. Imagine having kids that are older souls than you, and you look at them and in they're 3 years old in diapers looking at you, telling you to screw off. So it almost feels like she gave birth to you and you were talking back to her since you were itty bitty. So some of that, parents will step back a little. We don't necessarily know how to respond to that. So we often will tell our kids to quiet down. Please be quiet, go and play in your room. And what they're trying to do is get your attention. Sometimes it's our kids that save our lives. So understand that she is very present. She does not communicate as easily. It doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Clearly she does, but it feels like I need her to know I'm here. Like maybe we're both working on feeling comfortable with love. Like I'm here, I'm close to her. And she could be anywhere else. And she keeps inching and inching. And then she's touching your hair like it's different than hers. Like, whoa, what are you doing? So just know that she's very much around you and she's very aware of how much you're in your head. Okay? And so get into your heart because she's clearly present. Okay? You're welcome.
Okay, I know we're out of time. I'm being waved at, but I gotta say,
Mute. Perfect. So I just wanted to share that experience with you from Pawtographs for Pooches Parafest 3. That was this past Saturday where we raised lots of money because of people like you. And some of you literally donated and showed up for shelter dogs. You don't really realize how much life changes until you realize how much you change one life. So, I am going to hold space to change your life this evening. Ooh, that's a big guarantee. Well, when spirit makes the guarantee, I hold the space. So this evening, I will be live at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you would like, the link is below in the details. Please sign up and reserve your spot. It is $11, and we're going to go into the energy of this week, and I'm going to hold space for spirit to speak. It is very, very important to remember not divine timing, but divine order. Okay, guys, I will see you at aprilroane.com. And I encourage you to visit me at patreon.com/aprilroane, blah, blah. Hey, there's hope. I love when I'm talking and hope shows up. Woo! Patreon.com/April Roane, because that's where all the extended messages, the guided meditations, and all the extra takes place. All right, guys, I believe in your magic. Please don't give up on yourself. Not yet. Not yet. Don't give up on the magic. Trust me. Some of us see the bigger picture of the bigger picture, and it's really, really good. Hang in there.